Hi, welcome to lesson 15 of Excel. My name is Sophie and I'm going to be your trainer for today. In the previous lesson, what we have learned was more of the home tab in the font group. So, quite a number of things were covered. And in the previous two the two episodes we covered under the clipboard group. Now, however, in the clipboard group, there was this particular command which is called Format Painter, which we have yet to cover. So we're going to cover the Format Painter and subsequently we're going to move on to the alignment group. Now, what is Format Painter? So if you notice, A3 to E3, A4 to D4 has beautiful colors and specific font type and font size that you have here. Now, however, when you notice A5 to D5, it is basically plain and boring. So let's say if you would like to have the colors similar to A3 all the way to E3. So how do we go about it? Now, this is where Format Painter comes in. Now, imagine Format Painter is like a painter who needs to see room A, which is of a particular area, and after which they need to paint over room B, where it's basically plain and boring. So how do we do this? So the first step is to select or click on a particular cell that has similar format as the rest of the cells. Now, once that's done, I click on Format Painter. Now, once I click on once, you notice that it's the running dots are here and my cursor automatically becomes, there is a paintbrush that is attached to it. Now, so where would I like to paint this over? It's the same thing as highlighting A5 to D5. So very simply, I click on A5, don't let go, click and drag all the way to D5. Once it's done, then I let go. Ta-da! What do you notice? So just now, from a plain and boring text, now it's more colorful and all that, and it's related to A3 to E3. Okay? Now, so let's say if I do the same thing. If I would like to select A4, okay, and make sure I highlight it over A6 to D6. So how do I go about it? So first things first, I click on A4. Now, once I click on A4, I go to Format Painter. That's right. Now, once I go to Format Painter, I highlight over A6 all the way to D6. Once that's done, click, don't let go until it's D6, then I let go. So you notice that it is a very colorful tool already. So this is what it means by Format Painter. Okay, alright, now let's move on to the next part. Okay, so we have covered clipboard group, font group. Now we're going to move on to the alignment group. Now before that, okay, what I would like to do is at A1. Now I would like everyone to type this in. Okay, doesn't matter if the words spill out of the cells. Fruit sales for the month of Jan to March. Alright, now, so what do you notice when I type this? Everything is in A1, but it spills over to B1, C1, and D1 subsequently. Now, if I didn't tell you this, you might presume that this for the month is in B1 and month of Jan is in C1 and 2 March is in D1, etc. Now, the thing is, how do I know that? How can I double check that the whole sentence is in A1? So first things first, I click on A1. Now, once I click on A1, you notice that on the formula bar, the whole row, the whole thing mentions the word fruit sales for the month of Jan to Feb. Now, but when I go to B1, nothing happens here. C1, nothing happens here as well. D1 as well. So how do I go about it? Now, so this is where, okay, I'm going to move on to the alignment group. Okay, under this portion here, there's this word which is called wrap text. So what is wrap text? Wrap text is wrapping all the words into one cell. So for instance, let's say if I would like to wrap all the words into A1. So first things first, I click on A1. Once I click on A1 in my home tab, alignment group, straight away I click on wrap text. Ta-da! Notice what happens. Everything is in A1. So that is what it called wrap text, okay? Where it gives you a better control of the words. Now, but let's say right now, it's so-called the title of this is being one-sided. But let's say if I would like to click and drag it from A1 to F1 and make sure merge and center it. So this is when there's a particular function here which is called merge and center. So what do? first of all, I have to highlight. This said merge and center A1 to F1. Click A1, drag to F1. Now, once this is done, what do I do next? Straight away, I click on merge and center. So when I click on merge center, automatically you notice that wrap text is in orange, merge and center is in orange, and there isn't any more lines that's separating between each column, right? So that's what it means by wrap text, and that's what it means by merge and center. Yeah. All right. Now, so last but not least, okay. Now, when it comes to alignment, especially when I click here, there are 6 important alignments that we need to familiarize ourselves with. Now, so you notice here by default, the alignments chosen here are bottom, and this part here is center. Now, so let's go through the top part. So actually, in a typical Word document, I can either shift it to the left, align it to the center, align it to the right. Now, not only that, within the same area, I can align it to the top, I can align it to the middle, align it to the bottom. Okay? Now, but let's say if I would like it to be in the center and the middle, is it the same thing? No, because center, alright, is basically placing it to the center. Middle is basically placing it to the middle. Okay, so that's what it means by center and middle alignment. So now let's recap whatever that we've gone through for this particular video. So we covered Format Painter, okay, which is the brush. We covered wrap text, putting everything into one cell. Merge and center, merging everything to the center. And the 6 different alignments. So all this is what we cover in the alignment group. And thank you for watching the video. Alright, hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye.